We have a treat for you today. Help me to welcome Jessie Thomas. Jessie, it's good to have you here today. Let me get this straight. You are the Charlottesville Health and Rehab Activities Director currently. Mm-hmm. And I understand that's not where you started out when you first came there.
No. Yeah. I started off as the admissions coordinator.
Okay.
Helping in marketing.
Nice.
And I still kind of help in marketing.
Yes.
Which I like to do both.
I feel like healthcare really, you kind of cross borders, right? I mean, it's hard to just stay in one lane, if you will. You know, small companies, just in healthcare, you venture across several.
Well, I personally feel for activities in general, I feel like the more staff I have engage with me, with the residents, and it makes it a happy place, a better place for everybody.
I agree. Okay, so let me ask you the first question. What first drew you to the field of senior care?
When I was 14 years old, I was put in foster care, and I had to, I lived in a group home, and I actually had to do a volunteer program called Teens Give. And that's actually what helped me start volunteering in senior care. I actually went to the senior center on Tuesdays, and I went to Heritage Hall on Thursdays, which is actually now Charlottesville Health and Rehab.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed it. I wasn't actually used to being around elderly because my parents are very young. My grandparents are very young.
Right.
I enjoyed it. I noticed there weren't a lot of family members there. And it made my day to see how happy they were to see me come in there and paint their nails and do bingo and just interact with them.
And that's rewarding, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So how has your role as caregiver really shaped your current work? Because you said you volunteered, and then have you served as a caregiver before?
Yes, so I actually was a caregiver for 8 years.
Okay.
I was a private in-home caregiver. I did personal care. I worked with hospice.
Oh, nice.
It's really shaped me a lot. It's made me have a lot more compassion, especially for families.
Yeah.
Being that I've worked with a lot of people with dementia, I can understand why families don't come around as much. Being that I barely know this person, or I've only known them for a short time, and watching them decline with dementia is heartbreaking. For me, it just made me have a lot of compassion to, no matter what, I have a very chill personality, so if a resident's having a bad day, wants to yell and scream at me, it's not gonna hurt my feelings. You yell, baby.
You got big shoulders.
And really, a lot of times when they feel that way, it's because they have a need that's being unmet.
Yeah, you're right.
My goal is to help that.
Oh, I like that. I really, really like that. So I also understand you are very involved with the Alzheimer's Association.
I am.
So how does that involvement on the committee, what does that mean to you exactly?
It means a lot. I've been doing the walk for the last 11 years.
How long has it been going on in Charlottesville?
I'll be honest with you, I don't know.
Okay.
I know that I've personally been doing it for 11 years.
So at least 11 years, maybe longer.
Yeah, definitely longer.
Okay.
I actually did not know there was a committee here. I was just introduced to that this year, which I was super stoked about.
And so now you're on the committee.
I'm on the committee.
That's awesome.
I very much love it. It is something that I'm passionate about. I am hoping that I can do more than just Charlottesville. I want to bring reform to memory care.
Reform to memory care.
Yes.
All right, so this is off script. Tell me what reform to memory care would look like, in your opinion.
I think that we need to have better staff ratios. Memory care is a lot different than assisted living, and they need more people.
Yeah.
I think that there needs to be more specific training. I think that the 12 hours that is required is not enough.
Yeah, agree.
It's not in-depth enough.
Agree.
And dementia is an umbrella term. I could tell you what someone could possibly act like with Alzheimer's or Lewy body, but you don't know. Everyone's different.
That's right. That's right.
I feel like there needs to be more taught about how different it can be. And then also just living in the presence of the patient or resident's mind that they're in. Yeah. Because I feel that's the best way to make them comfortable.
Yeah. I get that. We were kind of talking before the video started about how if a resident is in a delusional state, and let's say they see somebody with guns outside their window shooting, maybe the old response has been, no, you're not really seeing that. That's
Right.
your imagination. But yet in their mind, it's very real.
It's very real.
And so you kind of play along with that.
I do. I'm a very let's play along me.
Right.
That's the security.
Right.
They're watching the building.
Yeah.
They're making sure no one comes in here.
Yeah. I like that.
I actually had one lady that I loved so much. Every day she got angry with me and told me that I stole her boyfriend.
Oh.
Because back in her day, they weren't allowed to have interracial relationships.
Okay.
And every day I apologized to her and told her I was sorry. I didn't know they were together. And by the end of the day, we were singing where I couldn't speak.
Oh.
But I mean, this was an everyday thing. And, you know, if I were to tell her, that wasn't me, it just would have flared her agitation.
Yeah, it would have escalated and it would have gotten a whole lot worse.
And it wouldn't have just been bad for me.
Yeah.
That a lot of people don't realize in memory care, like the staff sets the mood.
Yeah.
The people around set the mood. If you're somber, they're somber. If you're happy, they're happy.
Ooh,
you know, that's the way I feel about it.
That's deep. That's really deep. So how do you bring creativity and how do you engage in the community?
I'm full of it. Full of
creativity and engagement.
Full of creativity. That's why I kind of do so much stuff at my job. I don't like to do just one thing. I love making newsletters. I love decorating the building. Mm-hmm. I'm a big holiday person. For me, having it decorated every holiday, like for some people that's not a big deal, but to me it is.
Right.
I do. I have to have, you know, at Easter time, I decorated Easter bunnies and everything everywhere.
Yeah.
4th of July, I'm going to have it look like it was thrown up in there. Because to me, colors make me happy.
Yeah.
They
set the mood, don't they? Yeah. I mean, why is it that when we have a child, let's say we're pregnant and we're expecting a child, we go in and we paint their room. Right. What color do we go with?
Yeah,
a peace-loving color,
right.
A color that's going to bring a good calming color. Right. We prepare in so many levels. I mean, what's the point of having the bright, funny animals? And it's the same thing. You know, we basically kind of evolve. We're children in the beginning, and then for those who have dementia, we're just kind of repeating the cycle, right? Going back to the infancy stage.
And I'm really like a big kid at heart. So I like seeing that stuff. So
I love that.
This Friday, we're going to have, it's National Drive-In Movie Day.
Okay.
I'm going to make it look like a big party. I'm going to have a concession stand. I'm going to be dressed up in a bellhop outfit,
nice.
You know, because they can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times I like to bring the stuff that they can't go to or they can't be at. I want to bring that world to them. And that's the best way I can do it is decorations, parties, fun stuff.
And I have to admit, I was thinking that a health and a rehab together, with the rehab portion, you couldn't really do activities. And we were talking about this earlier, but you say absolutely, even those who are in for rehab short term can be a part of the action.
Yep. I do something every day. I do a daily sheet. On the daily sheet on the back, I write interesting facts, the national days, and I even come to learn the people who are in rehab. Like if they're like, hey, I want to come to bingo, I'm like, okay, I'll make sure to tell nursing staff. Because we do bingo in my building 5 times a week, but we do it at different times because the people who are in therapy may not be able to come during the 2 o'clock.
Right.
So if we have it at 5:30, they can come at 5:30. So just have that little bit of, variety of time. And that's kind of the biggest thing in my job is to learn the patients, to learn the residents, and their preferences.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. Well, we always close our time together with a this or that. Did they give you the heads up?
Yeah, I saw. I don't know what you're going to ask, but I do know that I'm down.
Are you down with that? All right, good.
I actually do this game with my residents.
Nice.
Because it's a good way for conversation.
It is. It's a conversation starter. All right, so the first question I have for you, are you a dress or pantsuit kind of girl? Like a dressy dress, or a pantsuit? Can I say, do we even use the word pantsuit today? I'm aging myself really bad.
Well, no, I mean, I'm a different type of person, that's for sure. I think for me, it just depends on my mood.
Yep.
I like both.
You like both?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm definitely a pantsuit kind of girl.
Yeah.
I don't put dresses on very often. All right. Are you a winter or a summer girl?
Winter.
Winter. You like the cool weather?
Yeah, I do not like
so hot chocolate and sweaters and all of it. Okay. Are you a sweet or a salty girl?
Definitely sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to keep up this figure somehow.
All right. And which color do you like the best? I mean, I'm not going to ask you your favorite, but if you had to choose green or yellow.
I really like green.
Green. Okay. I'm a yellow. Isn't that funny? But my husband's a green. How very different we
My
are.
oldest daughter's first favorite color is yellow. So.
Yeah, I love yellow. It reminds me of sunshine. Well, Jessie, thank you so much for being with us today. We really appreciate your time. And wait, before we close, share what you've got a couple of events coming up. Share what's coming up.
So again, because I'm a part of the Alzheimer's Committee of Charlottesville, next Thursday we are having an event at Random Row House. It's a brewery and a pizza.
Where is Random Row?
It's downtown.
Downtown Mall. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And from 5 p.m. to close, they're going to have raffle baskets, games, all kinds of fun things, and the proceeds go to our Alzheimer's Fund here in Charlottesville.
Nice.
And then personally at my building, Charlottesville Health and Rehab, which is right here on Ryle Road, we are having a community cookout. It's free. You can come grab lunch. We're going to have raffle baskets. Again, we're also trying to raise money for our Charlottesville Dream Team. And just say hi to the residents. We'll have some games. If you want to bring your kids, that'd be great too. We're down for it.
Are you guys also looking for more baskets? People to donate baskets?
We are. I have probably about 8 or so people making them, but if any business wants to donate, I would appreciate it. I'd love it. And again, like I said, it's all going to our Alzheimer's Team Fund.
Fantastic. Jessie, it was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for sharing. You guys have a blessed day. Until next time, we'll see you then.
Thank you.